Today is about the power of you. You will change the world.
You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast.
Do the damn thing.
Where we talk to visionary dreamers like you about living their best life.
Fulfill the highest, truest expression of yourself.
It's time to step into the past, present, and future with an open and healthy mind. Go! Now let's talk.
What's going on, my visionary dreamers? How is everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday? Some of you guys out there might be watching the games. They done brought all the sports back. So, some people need to catch this on the back end later on. But it's okay, long as you catch the show. So, this is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, the world, and some real bull, y'all. And you are tuned in into the Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know it's extraordinary, folk, doing the damn thing the best way we can. And to you newcomers out there, thank you for tuning in. Just a brief little, summary of this show is it's for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. It's just talk about what's going on, how we can break through the obstacles, get around the obstacles, jump over the obstacles, learn from the obstacles, the challenges in life, and become better individuals, better spirits, and better souls from it. That's just it in a nutshell, okay? So I just talk about my experiences, for myself, people, things I see, hear, and things of that nature. And that's what this show is all about. If you want to chat, you can log in and chat. I do forget to say that a lot until people pop up every now and then. And I appreciate anybody that has any comments or any chats, any feedback. I love it. And if you're listening on YouTube, I never get a chance to say this as much neither. Please comment, like, subscribe, share. We got to get anything that's inspirational, motivational, or encouraging out there into the world, because at this time, I believe is well needed in so many different ways. So without further ado, let's start the show. Respect and be respected. Respect and be respected. So every now and then I like to read a meaning to a word. I know we say certain words on a regular basis, but sometimes we need to be reminded of the definition of that word, And so respect is feeling a deep admiration for someone, something, their abilities, their qualities, their achievements, giving them, wishing them well and things of that nature. So this topic came about because if you don't know, now God and the universe has opened up the doors for me to start the platform, the TV show, ADionne, Your Dream Pusher. And so, my third episode came on yesterday, actually. And I now am taking little snippets, little clips from the show so that y'all can know what goes on. And maybe y'all go over there to YouTube and watch the show, because if you can't watch it in Georgia, if you're not in Georgia, I'm YouTubing the show, okay? And the extended versions will be coming up soon on a different platform. I'll let y'all know when all of that is done. It's going to be beautiful. So, this topic came about because one of my guests, actually, both of them touched on it in a different way. Brandon America and April from Exclusive Beauty Boutique touched on it in different ways, and I'm going to play clips from the show. But, my take on respect basically is not just respecting others. Again, respecting yourself. I talk about that a lot. We all have to learn it at some point in our lives. Sometimes we think we respect ourselves and we really are not, because when you allow people to do certain things or treat you certain ways, that's not you respecting yourself, right? But we don't pay attention to that sometimes, and we just think it's all good. So in order for us to receive the respect that we want, we have to first give it out, not just to others, but again to ourselves, because as I put in the descriptions real quick, we're made of energy. So what we give out is what we get back, right? So if what we give out is what we get back, but we can't overstand, I like to say, why is it that people treat us a different way or treat us a certain way and, things of that nature, then maybe you need to check on how you respect yourself. What are you doing out there in the world? You get what I'm saying? What type of energy are you putting out there into the world? And again, when we are respecting others, we don't have to, once we realize that, the trueness of what respect is and what it means and what it means to us, then and only then will we stop the shenanigans and will we just put a pulse on certain people that come at us a certain way, and will we retrain them in the way that we need to be treated or respected or talked to or whatever. You get what I'm saying? And if those people or that person don't choose to respect you when you are being consistent with respecting yourself, because that's the key, consistency. You know what I'm saying? Because we all walk through this life and we do different things, and some of us can look back. I think most of us can look back at our past and look at, different ways we might have acted or different things we might have done that now, if you have grown up, and I don't mean that in an age sense, I mean that in a spiritual soul mind sense, mentality sense. If you have grown up, then you can look back and say, what the hell was I thinking? Why did I do that? Why was I hanging with that person? Why would I, you know what I'm saying? You can look back and say, damn, that's all I can say about it. I know I have. I know I have not had a perfect life, and anybody that tries or that is acting like they have is lying to themselves, because this is the way we learn. This is the way we grow, is we do things and we learn from it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to go more into it. We're going to listen to a little, bit of me and Brandon's conversation and his take on the whole respect thing. And, he was the guest on this past show. And I played a couple of his songs, which I'll play another live song later on. Okay, so just listen up and then I'll come back. Okay, guys, and do feel free to chat if you would like to in the chat box.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? And thank you all so much for your continued support during this 478 Sings United on...
Sorry, wrong clip. This is live. I like the fact that, and so with the Land of the Free, the campaign, I like how you have the campaign and how, you're doing this thing like once a month, right?
Yeah, every month.
Yeah, once a month, and you're allowing people, first responders, to send pictures in, and I like how you are diversifying, especially at a time like this, just showing like, okay, what you said. But pretty much it's like, okay, you're cool just because you are who you are.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
It's not about the color. It's not about the background, but you are who you are.
It's not about your social class, social status.
Right, your titles and all of these different things.
How do you think any person who wasn't from here came to America, worked their butts off, and became a millionaire or billionaire?
Right.
I mean, they had to have some pride luck in there somewhere, but they focused, like you said. They had that passion and the will to be the best. And so, I think this country will be the best when we start to respect people's differences.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Unify. Do that, because we know even brothers in the same household are going to be different. Sisters are going to be different.
That's true.
Whatever
That's true. You see what I'm saying? Like, I love Brandon's take on that and how he just went there what, people face within their households. Your siblings, your family, we're all going to be different, and if we weren't different, like, this world would just be boring. You know what I mean? Everybody acting the same. Everybody doing the same thing. Everybody, you know what I mean? Walking the same, talking the same. Like, how is it that we can, as individuals, grow? How can we learn, different things that we might like or we might want to do when we meet different people, He said it when he said this world will be better, America, this world would be better if we all respect each other's differences. There's so much going on right now in this world, from, the whole racism thing to the COVID to the, all of this stuff is going on. But a big part of it is just that, us not respecting each other and each other's differences. And my grandma taught me, like, you don't have to never hate anybody. She's like, you can hate their ways, but never hate anybody. That always stuck with me when she said that to me when I was a young child. And now here I am, all grown up, and that is really like in the back of my head. And I taught my son that same thing. You don't have to, like somebody or whatever. You could just like their ways. You get what I'm saying? And then you can choose from there how you want to deal with that person. That's the big thing. Like, once you get to a point in your life that you realize that, okay, I'm really not feeling how Johnny is acting, or how, I always use Mary Beth. I don't know why. How Mary Beth is, how she live her life and things of that nature. You're not the judge of anybody. You know what I'm saying? Only the higher ups, only the creator is the judge. And so we don't have to take on anybody's energy if we don't want to. You get what I'm saying? Until they decide to have the right energy for us. Let's say it that way. You can always love people. You can always, if they need your help, if you decide that you want to give them help or whatever, you can always do that. But one thing that we have to all work hard on and get over is that everybody is different. Everybody was created as an individual for a reason. You get what I'm saying? And it's not up to us to change who a person is or a person's makeup. It's up to that individual to change their mind. But what we can do as individuals is lead by example. That's what we can do. That's what we have the control over. We only have control over ourselves. And that's what a lot of us, I think, don't get. So because we only have control over ourselves, that's why I say it's important that you decide who you want to pick and choose to be a part of your life, to be a part of your circle, to be a part, of your walk, your journey as you go through life. We're going to meet different people with different mindsets that, feel different ways about different views, but just learn from that. Just, if throw away what you don't want to keep at the end of the day. That's it. You know what I mean? You don't have to. People get so crazy over what, what's done out here. And I get that. Yeah, a lot of stuff is just not right. But everybody, like I said, they got their own path to walk. They got their own lessons to learn. And we have to police ourselves. Let's say it that way. In certain ways, and with our mindset and with our spirit and with the energy that we put out. And I think that if we all learn to police ourselves, and I'm just using it in that terms, if we all learn to police ourselves and check ourselves first every day before we go out there into the world, before we, get out the bed and we check our energy and see where that level is, then we can see a difference in our surroundings. And if you don't start to see a difference in your surroundings or in the people, then maybe it's time for you to move on to a different surrounding, or, be minimum with, depending on how your situation is with your household, whatever, be minimum with your surroundings or your environment or your peoples or whatever. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you and only you have control over you. Nobody else can control you, and nobody else can control the energy that you let around you but you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of us, some people are in certain situations. Yeah, I get it, but at the end of the day, you still have control over your mindset and over your energy. Once you release that and you allow people to change those emotions about you, then you have given away your power. Always remember that. And that's a lesson that I had to learn. So this is why I can come on here and talk to you guys about different things. I'm only talking from experience. I'm talking from what Spirit is funneling through me, because I pray every time before I get on this mic, because this is not about me. This is about the message and what it is that everybody that listens can get out of it. So that's what it's all about. Excuse me, guys. So I'm going to play the clip from me and April. That sounds so funny because y'all know my first name is April. It sounds so funny interviewing another April. But anyway, and her birthday is the day after mine. So y'all already know that's that's something else. But this is the clip of episode 3, ADionne, your dream pusher, me talking to April of Exclusive Beauty Boutique. Listen up.
One of the experience that you had as a woman entrepreneur that was just like rubbed you the wrong way.
It was the process of, after you get your name, then it's get your EIN number, get your LLCs.
Yeah.
And I find myself with a lot of people that have been in business for years.
Right.
That when you speak to them about it, oh, well, I can't remember, or I can't recall, or you're just gonna have to. So for me, I had to do a lot of researching, to get the knowledge and to understand it. So for me, that was very frustrating, because you hear people say, okay, women empowerment, African American empowerment, but then it's like, when you reach out to that community, it's like, oh, I can't.
Isn't that something? I mean, I don't get it. And this is not the whole experience, I'm sure, with me or April, but I have experienced that too. And I think that, to me, it was a blessing in disguise because of the fact that, like you said, you had to research.
So like now with me wanting to do, the show, let everyone know about my business, I also want them to know, like, if you need that information and help, reach out to me.
Right.
I have no problem with sitting down, talking to you, and showing you that step. You have to pass that blessing on and that knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, because it's enough money for everybody.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Key, what she said at the end, it's enough money for everybody, guys. When she said that, I was like, yes, I don't know why everybody be thinking that it's going to run out. I'm saying if you work for it, it's going to come to you. Everybody has their own tribe. Everybody has their own fan base, their own clientele, their own customers that they attract. And when we realize that, then we won't be like crabs in the barrel. I'm not going to say I'm out of that one. I know all these messages be for me as well as you, but that is not my makeup. I'm the person, I'm just like April, I don't know, maybe it's the name. But I want to see people thrive. I want to see people grow. I want to see people walk into their full potential, and because you never know what with people walking in their full potential, how much it would help the collective as a whole. Like me, walking in my potential right now, and this is not even my full potential. It's so much more to come. But this is a lot of what my potential looks like. You get what I'm saying? But me opening up and sharing my backstories, my hiccups, my mistakes, my downfalls, and how I was able to get back up, and, the different ways I went about doing business and how I started over and things of that nature. That's only going to help y'all out there that probably never got a chance to start. That's only going to help you decide how you might want to start, or when certain things come your way, certain hiccups come your way. If you listen to the show and you got something out of it at that moment, it'll come back and say, oh, wow, ADionne kind of experienced this, and I remember her sharing that. Oh, this is nothing. She got through it. I know I can. You get what I'm saying? That is my purpose. My purpose is to share with you guys those things, the knowledge, the wisdom, the discernment that I've gained throughout the years, through my experiences of being this serial entrepreneur. You hear what I'm saying? And still working in different industries, and what I've learned from the skill sets that I've gained. You know, it's a blessing when you get those. So you can't hold on to blessings, because if you hold on tight to blessings that the Creator gives you, then after a while you're going to see those blessings deplete slowly but surely. Or you're going to see, all of a sudden you're not going to receive blessings that you are hoping to receive. A drought is going to come your way. Trust and believe it. You get what I'm saying? So we got to learn to not have that crab in the barrel mentality, because see, when we all come up, when one come up, we all should come up. Everybody around us should be able to come up. Now, you can't force feed nobody. You can't force, as they say, you could take the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. So you have to determine and have great discernment as into when it's time to let go. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to listen, okay, I didn't put a lot of energy out there wanting to help this person out with whatever they got going on. They're not drinking the water. They're not working for themselves. They're not empowering themselves. You get what I'm saying? So I need to snatch my energy back and harness that for the next person that wants to receive it. Let's say it that way. I had to learn that, because I'm so passionate about other people's passion. When I see people's talents and their gifts, and a lot of times I can see people's talents and gifts because this is my gift. This is my calling, is to see the potential in others and help them to bring it out. I'm a soul number 9. Teach y'all about that one day. But when I learned about what numbers mean, because everything in life means something, from the animals to the numbers everything means something. I talked on my podcast a few times, why do you think that we are identified by numbers so much? Your license plate, your address, your social security number, your birthday, everything identifies you. That is your connection to how people, strangers or people in business identify you. So why not numbers having deeper meanings on a spiritual basis? My soul path is a number 9, which in short means like me, I'm a person that I'm here in this time-space reality to observe the potential in others and help them to bring it to the forefront. And I really just learned more about numbers, I'm going to say, from last year to this year. And when I learned what my path was and I saw what it meant, I was like, whoa, because that has really been me all my life. Some people can take it and some people can't. Some people think that I'm too pushy, because I get so excited, and I had to learn that, and I had to learn how to pull back. You know what I'm saying? If it's more people out here in the world, not more me, because I know a lot of people can't take me, but if it's more people out here and we all do our job, when we see these young people growing up and, your children growing up, and you don't impose what you want for them, but you allow them to blossom into the beautiful flower, butterfly that God created, the Creator created them to be, instead of imposing what you want them to be. And watch, you will see, you know what I'm saying, a beautiful thing just form before your eyes. That's what I believe. Everybody's path is not straight and narrow. I know mine it wasn't straight and narrow. You know what I mean? But you know what? I would not change it for the world. A lot of people could look at my life, and I've had plenty of judgment throughout my life, and it made me tough. It made me tough. It built my character. It made me more sure of myself. It allowed me to gain confidence within myself. It allowed me to gain more self-respect for myself and not be a people pleaser. Not, like all of these things come about because this is a part of our growth. Whatever it is that annoys you the most, or whatever it is that hurts you the most, those are the things that the Creator is forcing you to look at, so that one, you can heal things that you don't know needs to be healed within you, and two, you can learn how to walk in your strength and your, in your purpose the way you are supposed to, and not bend and not fold because of what other people think of you. You know what I'm saying? We all have differences for a reason, and some people, they think, if somebody is so way off that they're just bad. No, a lot of times when people go through, not a lot of times, basically all the time, if people wake up to their calling, because I have to say it that way. Sometimes when people go through life, and again, let me correct it, not sometimes, all the time. When people go through hardships in life in different ways, rather it be the way I went through, me moving around so much and, throughout life and having so many different jobs and things of that nature, to a person, strung out on drugs or a prostitute or things of that nature. They face certain things in life because when they go through those things, the whole thing is this: if they fall into those pitfalls, they're supposed to be able to wake up at some point and come out of that and go back and reach some people that's facing those same obstacles. They're supposed to be able to teach them. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. It doesn't have to be a physical way of teaching. You don't have to go out there and just be trying to grab if you was on drugs or you was a prostitute or whatever was going on in your life, that you finally woke up and you finally realized that's just not the way to live your life. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to go out there on a physical mission and trying to get everybody. No, that's not it. It's just like I'm on here on this podcast. I have the TV show now. So now I'm touching the airwaves. I'm touching the internet. I'm reaching the world with my story. I'm reaching the world with the things that I've learned throughout life and sharing with you guys, so that maybe something that I share with you, you might relate to, and you might be able to look at it from a whole different perspective, from a whole different angle, and then take that on, and that might help you with your journey and your path to allow you to adjust some things. Because change is good, whether we want to believe it or not. A lot of people fear change. But we was forced into this change. What's going on in 2020? We was forced into this. And like I said on the show, I don't even know if I edited that part in or whatever, but this whole 2020 is a straight purging. It's a straight purging of so many different things and so many different aspects. And a lot of people, some of my family, they don't get how I just... how I deal with this situation. Like it's nothing. No, it's something to me. It's big to me. It's just that I have a different perspective on it. You get what I'm saying? Me not consuming the media, not letting it be force fed on me, but picking and choosing what I want to, what information I want to watch or listen to. Allows me to balance and keep my life balanced and keep my energy at a high. Allows me to pump out positive energy and laugh and smile and, have hope and still be faith-filled. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Not being fearful of what could be. The key is what could be. You know what I'm saying? You could catch the virus. You could get sick. You could die. Could. That's the key word. Could. So meanwhile, are you going to live your life on a could, or are you just going to live your life? Bam. Are you going to just live your life and do what it is that God put on your heart to do on a daily basis without fear, without judgment of yourself, and without worrying about judgment of others. That's the key thing. You know, it took me a lot of years to not worry about how other people viewed me, viewed my life, viewed the way I'm living life, viewed the way what I go through in life. It took me a lot of years. And the reason why is because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know the power that I possessed. I didn't know my true purpose. I was working hard at discovering it. I'm blessed with all these talents and these gifts. And I'm like, damn, which one should I pursue? Which should I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Only to find out that it was all meant to be for this moment. Not just this moment that I'm talking to you, but this moment in this time, space, and reality. Because had I not went through all of that stuff, I probably would be fearful in this time. I probably would feel like there's no hope. But because I've went through so much, so many changes, so many adjustments, so many starting from scratch, I don't think I'm cocky, but for me, this is a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? This is me looking at other ways on how, okay, this is another challenge in life. What can I do that I've done before that helped me? And what can I do that's different that will help me? That's what we got to start looking at, guys. Think about ways that you have defeated obstacles and challenges in your life. Write it down. Y'all know I like to write everything down. Write it down. Think about the happy times in your life when life was so good, so good. And when those bad thoughts come to your head, focus on that. Meditate on that. Breathe on that. And bring that hope back. Bring it back. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't know when things will start, getting on a better basis. I'll say it that way. I'll say better basis for the world. Because for me, I'm good. I feel good about life. I feel hopeful about life. I feel positive about what life is bringing, because again, like I said, this is a purging of self for people to be able to have this time. You're quarantined, a lot of people's locked down, and now what you got to do, look at yourself. You're forced to look at yourself, guys. That's what this whole situation is doing, forcing people to look at themselves. And some people just not doing too good at that, and that's what's going on. When you decide that, okay, you're going to be truthful with you, and you're going to decide to make the changes that you need to make within your life, then you'll see a difference. Then you'll start to feel the confidence, and you'll start to feel the good energy that the world still has for you. Because I feel nothing but good energy when I go out here into the world. Whether it's white, black, Latino, green, black, whatever color. I'm getting good energy, while other people are screaming like, oh, white people hate us, black people hate us, and all of this stuff. I'm not feeling that, and I'm not experiencing that, because again, energy is everything, guys. So the energy that you put out there is the energy that you're going to attract. Now, I'm not saying that I won't attract some people that are haters, yes, but it's the reaction that I choose to give back to the haters. You hear what I'm saying? It's the reaction that you choose, because that's still a part of your energy. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and play the song that I couldn't play in full on the TV show. It's a live song from Brandon America, because I did play that Land of the Free on another show, so I don't want to repeat the show. Y'all just gonna have to follow him, Brandon America. YouTube him. Put it in Brandon America, BRANDIN America. Search him up on YouTube, connect with him. Go check his stuff, download his music from all the digital music platforms. And definitely, if you're in Georgia, Conyers Mini Mall, that's where April's Boutique is in Georgia. exclusive beauty boutique. Check her out. So without further ado, I'm going to play this song and I'll be right back and I'll close out the show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? And thank you all so much for your continued support during this 478 Sings United online music competition. We want to dedicate this performance today to Bill Withers and his family. Rest in peace. And we hope you enjoy our submission for round 3. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And it's always been too long anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. I know, 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 I know. Hey, I gotta leave young thing alone, 'cause it ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't mess around with me. She's a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't mess around with me. She's a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't mess around with me. She's a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't mess around with me. No, 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 no.
Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love live music, guys. And that's what y'all going to get from Chronicles of Living podcast show and ADionne, your dream pusher TV show. I'm diversifying. You know what I'm saying? I want the world to embrace the world. So in order to do that on my platforms, I'm embracing the world. I'm embracing different cultures and different genres of music. I mean, I listen to different genres of music anyway, but I'm just saying I want to offer that to you guys so that you can start having an open mind to respect other people's culture, background. Give it a chance. Give other music a chance, because when you listen to different genres of music, do you know what that does to your brain waves? You know? I just want my visionary dreamers to be open to change, to be open to learning more about yourself as an individual, learning more about your surroundings, learning more about what is good for you and what is not, what is holding you back in life and what is pushing you forward. You get what I'm saying? This is my goal with both of my platforms, is to help not only myself, but you listening or you watching, whatever you doing from whichever one of my platforms, is to help you to embrace you, the fullness of you, not what everybody else wants you to be or thinks of you, but you in the midst of all your flaws and your hiccups and your mistakes and all of that stuff, because mistakes is not what you think. Mistakes is just helping you to find a different way to do things, to look at life, to move forward in life. That's what it's all about. But again, guys, respect and be respected. We got a lot of differences out here, different opinions on a whole lot of issues out here. But just hear each other out, you know, when you're talking to people. Open your mind, be receptive, throw away what you don't want to keep, and just ponder on the things that maybe it might just help you out. Let's say that. I had to learn it. I want all of us to learn it together. So with that being said, guys, definitely go to the YouTube channel. It's 3 episodes up right now. If you haven't seen ADionne, Your Dream Pusher TV show, check it out. Make sure you share it. Please comment. That's going to help in for YouTube to start pushing the shows and stuff like that. And like I said, the extended versions, because trust me, guys, I had to cut those shows down so much. And my son, he helps me out because I'm the pre-production of the show. So I got to put it all together, edit it, and kind of get it down to that 30 minutes. But sometimes I just don't know how to take it. And he just go Russian roulette on me, just snatch a piece out. And he's the post-production. And he just, you know, smooths it out and put the little, you know, little pretty stuff over it, whatever, but we work great together as a team, and it's a blessing. It's truly a blessing from God. So I'm just going to leave y'all with that. You know, when you think it's impossible, it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I've told you, this podcast show, God has blessed me to be able to do this on my own, you know, put it together technically and all of this stuff on my own every week. God has allowed me to help it to grow and to get better at it. And I'm working hard at always getting better at what I bring y'all, the content I bring y'all. You get what I'm saying? But the TV show, God has allowed and touched my son to be able to help me with that, because that's a whole nother monster. So guys, stay tuned for what's to come for Chronicles of Living podcast show and for ADionne, Your Dream Pusher TV. Make sure y'all send me an email how y'all like the show. Don't forget to go on ADionneYourDreamPusher.com and leave a voicemail so I can play it on the show. I keep forgetting that too. Leave a voicemail and how you feel about the show, feedback, what you gain from it, and maybe what topic you might want to hear me talk about. Okay? So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Y'all make sure that y'all have a great week. You know, regardless of what comes your way, you make it a great week. Again, you have the control. Respect you, and then others around you will start respecting you. And those who don't choose to respect you, then you know what to do. Keep it moving, Susan. I love you guys. Peace.
Today is about the power of you. You will change the world.
You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast,
Do the damn thing.
where we talk to visionary dreamers like you about living their best life.
Fulfill the highest, truest expression of yourself.
It's time to step into the past, present, and future with an open and healthy mind. Go! Now let's talk. The Chronicles of Living.
We can be whatever we dream.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Chronicles of Living podcast, where you find only the highest vibrations. Remember, you are extraordinary. And if you're pursuing your dreams, we're proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live.
Something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it.
Stay updated with ADionne by visiting chroniclesofliving.com or stay connected through social media by following @Chronicles of Living. Until next time, your dream pusher, ADionne.